Hello YouTube. It's been raining for past day and a half here in South Louisiana, so we haven't been able to do a lot of our homesteading chores. Of course we can take care of the animals, but that's about it. So today we're grinding corn. The first thing we do is we measure it out. We usually do 2 cups at a time. We go through and we pick out. There's usually little pieces of husk and stuff in there, or some bad pieces of corn. We set them aside. Once they get sorted, usually the kids are good at doing that. We put it through the grinder. We grind it for grits, cornmeal, and corn flour. So we do multiple grinds. The first grind is usually pretty coarse, but it's a mix of fine and coarse. We're gonna run through several times. We'll sift it out. This is just a typical mill. It's just a worm gear that grinds it. And elbow powered. So, but if any of you like grits, this is the best way to have grits. The fresh cracked corn is awesome. So, we're going to grind some up, and we'll show you what it looks like, and we'll winnow it out so you can see how fine the flour gets and the different textures.
We're done sorting all the bad corn to the right corn, and now we're gonna dump this corn into the colander. Now we dump the sorted corn into the hopper. And now we will also sort the next batch of corn.
We do 2 cups at a time.
Yep.
Okay, we ground up 10 cups of corn. This is what it looks like raw. We sift it one time through a coarser grain to get this. It's kind of a cornmeal, and we do it through a finer grain and we get this really nice corn flour. And this is what's going to go through the next grind. Some people don't sift it till the end, more towards the end. We like to sift it each way. It makes it easier. So we're just grinding the coarse stuff. So, like small scoops at a time, sift it through. And then once it stops coming, we just dump it. So, and then we sift this with a finer mesh, and that's what we get the corn flour from. So while I'm grinding the next batch, Lena's going to be sifting this a second time to get some of the corn flour out. So, because this is still too coarse for grits right here. All right, we finished the winnowing process. We do a 2-stage winnowing process. This is what's going to go through the grinder next. It's pretty coarse. We got a nice about 2.5 cups of grits, cornmeal, and about close to 4 cups of nice fine corn flour. So we tightened up the bolt on the grinder. So we'll start grinding this, and then we'll see what we get. Okay, we're done with this. This started with 10 cups of corn, dry corn. We got about 4 cups of corn flour, about close to 5 cups of cornmeal, and then this is a kind of coarse grits, but we like it really coarse like that. We got about 6 cups of that. It's several degrees. I tried running through again. This is about as fine as our little grinder will get. So, okay, we're done with the grinding. We start with 10 cups of corn. We wound up with a little over 4 cups of flour, close to 5 cups of cornmeal, and about 6 cups of grits, which We also use this when we fry chicken. The final batter, we throw some of this in. This gets it really nice and crispy. And when we do whole grain breads and stuff, some of this is nice because you get some more texture to it. So we're gonna put these in jars and make cook with it for next week.